Welcome to Calcast, your Create International podcast. God Network News, where we give you a new perspective
on events happening in our world today.
This is GNN.
This is God Network News, episode 196. Welcome, GNN fans, to another episode of God Network News, the podcast that tells you what God's doing around the world. Not what CNN tells you, but what GNN tells you is going on in the world. If you're tired of listening to all of that crisis network news and you want to hear what God's doing, well, give us a listen. Greetings to our faithful God Network News listeners. We are excited to bring you more great stories of movements that are happening amongst unreached people groups. Get ready for some fantastic stories of God's faithfulness, of God working even in this difficult time of COVID. It's so exciting how the Lord is using the believers as they're just simply praying for people's needs. And, I'm thinking about that other story about the brother that went in to pray for the crazy person. Anything could have happened to him, but he knew God had spoken to him. No, I want to touch this man. And what an amazing miracle that is, Bayoji. And that's probably why that village was so reached, by the Holy Spirit. They knew this man. They knew his whole life like that.
Yes.
That is, what a amazing thing. That's great story.
And last week, this is another story. Last week, me and my wife went to one village, and in this village, about 25 years ago, we went there and share about Jesus there and share good news. So one person started to believe that time, and then she left that village and she came to the city to do the job with all of her family. But somehow she was keep going to that village time to time, share about Jesus too, and somehow God has given her, desire to for us to come to that village again and do something to young children and small children also, because many children they are just uh, they are just doing nothing in this COVID time. They are just playing, and, even using some drugs like that. So we went last week, and I was really surprised to see how this village is open. We had fellowship in 7 to 8 different houses, and we met more than 100 people, and they all are believers now. And from this 25 year, God was doing His work, even though no one from our side was going and discipling anyone. And about 20 to 30 children, they committed their life to do the good work, and also they want to show Jesus. So
that's wonderful.
So in one day, 7 new house fellowship in that village started, and
that's fantastic.
We don't want big gathering, but we want small gathering, 5 people, 10 people, 2, 3 people like that, because we feel this is a secure way of doing fellowship. Because if there is big group, then some anti-Christian people will come and give hard time to them. So, and these people are very happy and excited, and they want us to come and disciple them time to time.
You're listening to God Network News Podcast with your host, Cal Curtis. Look up our website at godnetworknews.com.
So maybe once a 15 days we will go and meet some of them, and we are using the method, simple satsang method like DBS and storytelling.
Right, storytelling, yeah. And so how do you share the gospel? Do you just share stories from the Bible and then let the people discuss it or tell the story back to you? How do you expose them to the gospel message?
Yeah, we give them training like how to share their testimony and Bible story. So the T40 method, look
Yes,
back,
yeah.
look back, up, look forward. So we go through that method that we call that simple satsang. So in
Okay,
look back,
simple satsang. Okay.
simple church we can say. The
Right, simple
first
satsang.
first part is like look back. There is 4 things we need to cover is fellowship and worship and prayer, then evaluation from last week, and then sharing the vision casting time. That is first section. And then second section, look up. We use some Bible story or DVS, and there with the question, there is a 5 question. We made 3 questions: what you like, what you don't like, what you learn about God, what you learn about man, and what you apply. So this thing, so the story are mainly we are using stories. So sometimes we 2 to 3 times we practice together, and then there is question answer time, and then that is the second part, and then third part is the making goals. So we make goals, whom we are going to share that story. The goals are really important, and we always encourage our people to make a goal for 15 days or 1 week and do that goal, because that is we will reach unreached people in the circle. So, and everyone make goal, and not 100% success, but I think 60 to 70% people they obey, they fulfill the goal.
Right. That's good.
Goals. Yeah.
That's very good.
So
Bayoji, that's a great method because you're not only sharing the gospel, but you're also discipling them and you're training them all at the same time to do it. Yeah, with others. Yeah. Very
so
good.
You were saying that so many people came to the Lord, like 15,000. What time period was that when you had mentioned 15,000 came to the Lord?
Okay, this is all this 30 years, but mostly the time period was 2010 to 2020. This
so
is
the last
time
10 years,
last 10 year was more than 10,000 people came to faith. Not everyone taken baptism, but it is both baptized and non-baptized together, 15,000.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider donating to help us continue to bring exciting stories fresh from the field. Visit our website at godnetworknews.com and select the PayPal link on the right side of the page, or consider becoming a Patreon partner to receive access to more valuable materials exclusive to our members.